Hello, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is Thursday.
Thursday,
It is
day 4.
Thursday, day 4 of our 5-day consciously created transformation body, mind, soul training. For all of you that have been with us the last few days, we're grateful to have you for this 4th day, right? As we always like to let everyone know, when you come on, just remember to allow our streaming software Ecamm to see you. So just give it permission to be able to see you, and then that way we see your name in the comments. If not, you'll have to name yourself in the comments. So.
And also to let us know if you're having any issues getting on live. We had somebody say that they had attempted to get on live and we're having some challenges. So we want to know that what we're broadcasting is working on all of our platforms. So please just type in the comments if you've had any issues. So let us know about that too.
Definitely, just to stay in touch. Welcome to this day 4, and as we said, we've taken you on a little bit of a journey here to this final day. We've realized that we've had a lot of new people join us.
Yeah, so
like even
wonderful.
in the last 24 hours,
yeah,
right?
So wonderful. So I think it's important to say then that if today's your first day and you're just joining us for the first time, listen along today. It's a really great day that we have planned for you, but go back after and start at the beginning and watch our first day, which was on Monday, because we are wanting to take you on a journey. And it's really important that you start with your goal in your mind and learn about what type of goal to set to inspire you and motivate you. And then we lead you into attitude, and then we lead you into faith. And then today is about decisions. So to get the results that we want for you and that you want to achieve, it's best that you go back and start at the beginning and comment in the comment section as if you're watching it live. And every day throughout the day, we're checking in to the feed and answering questions and connecting with you directly. And also, if it's your first day, welcome, and you are entitled to a 15-minute chat with Garrett and I, or Jessica, who is one of our advisors, and she's very inspirational and going through on an incredible transformation journey herself. One of us will connect with you and really help you hammer out what your goal is for your wellness, for your soul connection, for your mind, and how they're all connected. So to get the most out of this training, it's really important to have that figured out and to hop on a call with us, and we're here to help you and support you and give you as much value as we can throughout this week. So please take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And we do have some comments coming in, so just if you can somehow make your name visible. You may have to add permission. Haven't really got the glitch out of that one just yet, but
I think that's Jessica.
we think it's Jessica. So yes, she's saying it's the best decision she's ever made for herself. And just as much as you love us, we love you. We love so much of what we do and how we can help people. So today will be no different. We will bring you some pretty amazing information, and we're going to teach you something today that about decision that if you apply this into your life, it can dramatically change your direction and put you in a place where you'll never look back. So
I think also this training is designed to give you that sense of fulfillment in your life and a sense of meaning. And we're introducing a new way of thinking to you that is brand new for a lot of you. And so doing this free training is a really good sample of the types of shifts and quantum leap results and transformations you can see in your life in a very short period of time. So we want you to experience this and get the most out of it. And even if you have watched, but you didn't kind of participate fully, you can still go back. These are going to be on the replay for a week, I think.
For about a week,
Yeah, so go back and start again. If you got interrupted or you lost your flow, sometimes that happens. But really, you've made the commitment and the time to invest in yourself and to take this training seriously and to see some pretty amazing results. So make the time to go back and take full advantage.
Yeah, and just to lastly on our introduction, we've noticed that those people that really do that really jump into this, put their energy into it, they do the homework, they show up, they have these massive changes, and or something different is in their lives, right? And they just show up in a slightly different energy and frequency, and that's the beginning of the changes that happen. But a lot of people have just had, even from these few days, have had changes that they've never experienced before. So we just want to acknowledge the fact that you're all doing this, and it's all your own journey. You'll all go at your own pace. Some may have real big changes, and others are just going to have different things happen in their life.
Yeah.
Right? So we just want to help you change your life, right? We want that for all of you guys, right? This is what changed our lives, and it's what prompted us to want to change and do this as our means, right? So Tara touched on the word, this quantum leap. So what exactly does that mean? What exactly is it? Why do I want it? Do I want it?
Yeah.
Right? Maybe a little bit of what to expect with it. And so the first thing is to understand what a quantum leap is, and it's simply an explosive jump, right? It's going into uncharted territory, a place you've never been before. Most of us are conditioned to believe that success and our growth has to be incremental or small percentages at a time. Like we really can accept the fact that when our profits in business, let's say, grow by 5-10%, or we lose a couple pounds here and there when we're working out and training, but those are small. That's what we're led to believe. Right? You look at anything from pay scales in business, it's set up that way too. Incremental growth, promotions in business as well. Like I said, in diet and exercise, it's those slow losses of weight, those slow changes in body composition. Even school is set up that way. Small growth in school. Like whoever said you have to take 12 years to learn what you learn in school before you can get out there and do something. Like you could learn what's in school in days if you truly understood this concept of what's known as a quantum leap. So it's an explosive jump, but what's important about the explosive jump, it's in your personal performance, right? So it takes you far beyond the next logical step.
You jump several levels all at once. So it would be like being in grade 2 and jumping ahead to grade 5, right, in your performance. And so it would be like, losing 20 pounds in your first week because you learned that there's an emotional connection and a belief that you have to change in order to release weight, when normally you would think 20 pounds could take 2 months, right? There's people who are just by thought alone and by shifting their belief able to see transformations. They look completely different people after meditations, for instance, or after changing their belief or softening their heart or releasing some negative energy. They take an instant quantum leap into becoming a new person. We've seen this happen in our Bob Proctor coaching, and we've also seen it happen in our meditations. People were able to become somebody different instantly, like a miraculous type of healing type of thing. And it all had to do with this decision to make a change in their life now. No more waiting, no more going slow, no more doing it the traditional way, the way that we're programmed to think, but a commitment that I am deciding to make a change now and believing that the quantum leap process was possible.
Well articulated.
Thank you, baby.
Love it. Yes.
I like it when you compliment.
No, you deserve it.
Thank you.
You're very good at what you do. So some believe that the quantum leap is related to your outside circumstances as well. Like some people think that, winning the lottery or getting a inheritance, even
being lucky,
in that quantum leap at school, maybe there's a parent that knows someone at the school
got you in, or they have it easier that there's something in the external environment that is making it easier for them. Well, if I had that same opportunity as them, then I could achieve that. But they can do it because it's easy for them.
Can you see the energy and can you see the frequency in that way of thinking? You've already created an opportunity for failure to not experience the quantum leap,
right,
because you've associate it with circumstantial
Outside.
situations and something that's outside of you. But don't forget, the definition is an explosive jump in your personal performance. So it's not got to do with what anything outside of you other than what's inside of you. So if you've got that belief, you've got to throw it out the door. You got to get rid of it. You got to stop thinking that this is out of your ability, because this is what we're talking about here. We're not talking about the incremental jumps. This way of thinking, this way we learned in our lives, allowed us to make our quantum leap, into our dream life as we live it now. So that's what we want for you guys. So always remember that this ability lies within you.
And it ties in perfectly to our lesson in faith yesterday, and how the belief in that process has to be so strong, like without a doubt. It has to be knowing, right? Faith is a knowing. And so when you combine your goal, your vision, the life that you want for yourself, and you can see that in your mind, and you have a positive, open, and receptive attitude, and then you throw in a healthy dose of faith and knowing in the process, when you decide to allow everything that we've just taught you to be a part of your life, to transform your life, you've made a committed decision then to set the whole manifestation process in play. And that's how this program is different than anything else you're going to find. From weight loss, mind, body, soul connection, relieving pain, chronic health things, a spiritual connection to be able to manifest your goal quickly, easily, permanently, to transform instantaneously. This is the new way that we're wanting to introduce to you. It does take an open mind, right? And so again, if you're jumping on today for the first time and this is new language for you, and we're talking about energy and frequency and spirituality and manifestation, go back to lesson 1 and it will make sense.
Absolutely makes sense. So this is not the incremental jump, right? This is not
Boring.
Addition.
Boring.
Right.
And too long.
Yes,
I don't like it. It's boring. It's not
It's not inspirational. It's not motivational to incrementally
Who
climb.
wants to wait? Like, why would somebody say, I'm good. I think I'm just going to try harder to do more of the same thing that's gotten me to where I am today to see the same results. I'm going to burn myself out. I'm going to become overwhelmed. I'm going to spin my wheels. If that way isn't working for you now, how is it that it's going to work for you by doing more of the same thing? And that's what changed our lives. Full stop. We need to learn from a mentor, from somebody who's done this before, by the best, how to do this properly. We didn't want to mess around anymore. And so this is the opportunity that we're offering for you, the same thing that the same process that we use to see our results.
Yep. So how do you create this? Again, it's not addition, it's a multiplication of you. So how do we create this multiplication factor in ourselves instead of just adding to these incremental growths? So the key here is we think to do this that we, like Tara was saying, we got to try harder, we got to do things harder, we got to struggle at it. There's a massive amount of stress, there's a massive amount of work, hours have to increase, and we're here to tell you that it's not the case. It's actually the complete opposite, isn't it?
And there's a number of people in our community who've had quantum leaps, and us included, and I think everybody and this is actually one of my favorite parts, I have to say, on a personal level. One of my favorite parts about making a quantum leap is the perception that people have of your life and what hell you must have gone through to get to where you are. You must have worked so hard, and you must have neglected your health and wellness and your family and your spouse, and you must have really had to put your nose to the grindstone. And that's not what that is opposite to what a quantum leap is. That's an unsuccessful way of burning yourself out trying to do more of the same. What we experienced was effortless most of the time, I have to say, because we were still learning, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
But flow and easily attainable, and what seemed so overwhelming in the beginning just began to fall into place easily. And the results were not in proportion to the work that we were doing. We were doing less work. It was easy, it was fun, it was exciting. And so the perception is opposite to what we actually experienced to get to where we are, to live such a fulfilling life. So we know personally that it's possible because we've done it. Yep. We've also been mentored by the world's best on how to do this. And we've seen it now in the clients that we work with. And so it's our passion to share this with you and hope that you learn something new this week.
Right. So the book U Squared, we talked about that a little bit yesterday, I believe, in the Fear and Faith. He says quantum leaps can come without apparent effort, just as we talked about. These are high velocity moves that carry you to dramatically higher performance levels without a time consuming struggle. Yeah. Right? So just as Tara was pointing out, like, it will appear based on people's conditioned beliefs that your success came with so much difficult struggle and sacrifice and, time away from family and friends and all these other things. And fitness wise too, like, think about it. Yeah. Tara always shares this story with people when we first met, and she was like, this guy's got to be the, and I'm just saying it because of how she explained it to me. She looked at me and said, God, this guy must be in the gym all the time. He must drink green smoothies.
Boring, like.
He must not have alcohol. He must not have any of these things. And it wasn't until we got together that she started to realize,
that's not fair.
Wait a second here, right? Wait a second.
And it actually brings up several points.
Yeah.
It brings up a point that the judgment, right? But also that Garrett's belief is that he does not hold weight, that food is there to nourish you, and you eat when you want to eat, and you eat what you want to eat, and you work out when you want to work out, and that's who I am. Whereas the same person, or the same type of man, same body composition, same previous athletic ability, different mindset, different body.
And different actions.
And different actions.
And different life, sacrificing, thinking they have to go to the gym all the time, eating only this one way and not bending from it. I mean, that is not life for me. Mm-hmm. My life, I want to enjoy parts of, and so this is what we're talking about. These big quantum leaps seem to defy the laws of reality, but those laws are the ones that people are conditioned to believe. The true laws is what this is following. That's why it's a quantum leap. Yeah. And because 95% of the population is not working with these laws, and only about 5% are, that's why there's only about 5% of people that have that massive quantum leap success. That's what we're talking about today, right? So
how, we should talk about how we did that, right? So we made a decision, a very expensive decision at that time, to learn how to do this. We invested energetically, right, by exchanging money to go and learn from Bob and from other mentors after Bob, how to do this. We made a decision that we are going to look for a new and better way to do this. And so we studied a program, and we learned the necessary skills to take that quantum leap very, very quickly. And we're telling you that it was all in this lesson that we're talking to you about today, which was in the decision to make the change. And everybody that's in our community who is seeing these incredible results, they've all made the quantum leap, and including our coaching clients, right? They would tell you that it was in the decision to invest in themselves and make the change that the changes started to occur instantaneously.
Immediately. Not
through the program, but in the decision to take action, to do what they felt was in the best interest of their life.
So you must, and so Price Pritchard in his U Squared continues, you must search out and vigorously employ new behaviors, new attitudes. That's what we talked about 2 days ago in our lesson on attitude, is that is the composite of your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors. So
like new routine, new way of doing things, new way of thinking, new way of being, learning that you have to become that version of yourself now. And you do that just in the belief and in using your imagination, like we talked about yesterday.
And he continues, you must be willing to break out of your current routines in order to make the quantum leap. Right? So you do hear in these comments that there is the ability to get this big jump which doesn't take apparent effort, high velocity moves, right? Dramatically high performance levels, without a time consuming struggle, but you got to search out and vigorously employ new behaviors and new attitudes. So that's got to change, right? And you must be willing to break out of your current routines in order to make the quantum leap.
Yeah, and most people don't try this, you guys.
No.
Most people never learn even how to do this. And that's why it's the 5% of the population that's really that knows how to do this well.
And on that, so to be completely honest with all of you and say it how it is, if what you're doing right now was working, you would have everything in your life that you wanted at this moment. Right? It absolutely would. So at the end of the day, right, this is a new way to look at things, a new way to do things, and a way you have to stay open-minded and realize this is a new door to your success. Okay? You can make a shift in yourself, right, that can change the entire course of your life immediately, right? But it's going to take new attitudes, new behaviors, and new ways of thinking, right? Exactly what we did, right? It's not about trying harder, it's about doing it a different way. That's important. It's not about trying harder, it's about a different way. Remember a story remember the story about the fly, right? It keeps hitting the window because it wants to get through there, right? That's the struggle. That's doing it the same way, right? So if you go to another window and do the same thing, you're going to get the same result, right? But if you change the way and you go fly, the other way through the open door, you've got your freedom.
Yeah, and I think that it's the difference between being interested in having a change and seeing some results that sounds good, might like to try that one day, or I'm gonna kind of think about it a little bit and I'm gonna, sleep on it, and I might read a few more things and then I'll consider it a little bit more. That's where you have mediocre results. That's a procrastination type of attitude that you're really just scared and you have doubt and worries and fears and you're talking yourself out of it, essentially. To be successful and to take advantage of the quantum leap approach, you have to be very, very committed to seeing those results. You have to do what it takes. You have to just decide right now, whatever it takes, I'm doing it. And it's got to be better than what I tried before, right? I got to have faith that it works, that you're ready for an accelerated growth. You have to be willing to accept that you're ready for that acceleration. And that you're embarking on something new, and it's likely to feel a little bit scary, but you're gonna do it anyway. That's the commitment.
And I was just gonna say, this is a non-conventional method, right? If it was a conventional method, everyone would be there.
Yeah.
This is a non-conventional method. It's not what everyone is doing. Like Tara said, it's the upper 5% that understand and apply these concepts, right? And these understandings. So
some things that other people do is they're listening along with us, or they're on a call with us, or they know about us through a friend of a friend, and they love the results their friend is getting. And they're sitting there and they're saying, I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to go talk to my best friend. I'm going to go talk to my mom. I'm going to go talk to my spouse. That's not a committed decision to do something that you really want to do. That's you kind of still thinking about it.
yeah, exactly. It's the same way as going, like, you make a decision that you're going to go do something, then you pull back and go, no, but I'm going to wait till, can't do it right now, I got to do it this time. Or I make a decision to go after, and then you choose another decision over here, and then you choose another decision. That's actually not making a decision, right? That's still keeping you in an indecisive state, okay? So what Tara was talking a little bit about with respect to the, willingness to do whatever it takes, right? There's this concept that if you're interested in something, okay, you're going to do what's convenient. But when you're committed, right, you're going to do whatever it takes. When it's convenient, you're in your comfort zone. We talked about that yesterday, a lot about the comfort zone. So you'll do what's convenient because it keeps you comfortable. But when you commit to something, you're willing to do whatever it takes.
I want to just type in who is ready for a quantum leap? Who would like to experience an accelerated explosion of the results that you want to achieve? Type in quantum leap.
Yeah.
We want to see how this is resonating with you. If you knew you could do something where the results were accelerated and guaranteed, I want you to say, yeah, quantum leap. And I'd also like to know, why wouldn't somebody want to do this?
Absolutely.
Why wouldn't you want to see results faster, quicker, in a new way that were easier, that freed up time to do the things that you love, that you were having fun while you were doing it?
Well, that's just it. Who wouldn't want to make a quantum leap with the body you got, the energy you want, the love in your life you want, the success in your job, the happiness in your job, the income you want to earn? Like, who doesn't want that? Like, if it's possible to do that.
If you don't want that, you need to kind of take a look at why you don't want that. There's probably something there that needs some attention.
Absolutely. So just to read a little bit from this book, You Squared, a great little passage we heard earlier, right? That applies exactly to this concept. But your skepticism, which you presume is based on rational thinking and an objective assessment of factual data about yourself, is rooted in mental junk. Your doubts are not the product of accurate thinking, but habitual thinking. Love that. Years ago, you accepted flawed conclusions as correct, began to live your life as if those warped ideas about your potential were true, and ceased the bold experiment in living that brought you many breakthrough behaviors as a child. Now it's time for you to find that faith you had in yourself before. And I love it, right? Because it talks about your childhood. You never, gosh, think of it. You never thought about all the things that stood in your way of things. You just made the decision, went and did them based on fun, happiness, what got you excited, not about paying the next bill or the mortgage payment or what other people thought or anything like that. You just went after it, and that's what this is all about. So
yeah, somewhere along the line, we picked up some beliefs that weren't even our own. About who we were and what we could accomplish and why we're thinking this way. It's not even what we want anymore. And a lot of the times when we're working with people in our coaching that are in the 30, 40 age range, they've kind of gotten to a place where they've went, wait a second, like, am I even living the life that I wanted? I kind of forgot about what it was that I wanted, right? And so they've become uninspired, they've become unmotivated, they've become stuck, and even some of them going through a crisis. And now they've got to recreate their life or find a new way fast to try to salvage their relationships and the career and the friendships and the relationships with their family that are slipping because they've arrived at this place, or even in their health and their physical body, and they're like, how did I get here? Just wait a second, like I wasn't this person before. And one day leads into another, leads into another, leads into another. Well, we're proposing an idea that is opposite of just continuing down that same path, leading to results that are even worse than where you are right now.
So this is the time for you to make a quantum leap, because it's designed, you are designed and fully capable of making it, right? You just haven't done it yet. You haven't decided to go for it. You've just kind of
It's within everybody, right? I think that's
a
really good point that you just made. A quantum leap isn't something you learn how to do. It's already inside you. It's waiting for you to make the decision that you want to invest in yourself with your energy and your love and your time, and with your self-worth and your self-confidence, and that you're worth it. That's it. The results are right there waiting for you. The universe wants to deliver to you exactly what you want, the exact thing that's on your order, but it can't until you make the committed decision that you really want it. That's it.
That's what we want you to think about. What would it be like to make a committed decision to experience a quantum leap in your life, what would that feel like? What would that be like if you had a quantum leap, right? Rather than this little incremental growth to somewhere, right? The people in life that don't achieve what they want, right? They're the ones that don't make the decisions. Or they'll make a decision, but they change it real quickly, right? There's tons of research that connects and correlates decision-making and failure, right? Procrastination, right, is the opposite of decision-making, right? Successful people, right, make decisions quickly and change them, if at all, extremely slowly, right? Whereas failures take a long time to make a decision and often change them.
I love that, and I think it shows that how much power on an energetic level in that spiritual plane is in the decision. It's like that's the explosion that sets everything into the process.
Yes, and
So it's what the universe is waiting for. It's what your highest version of you, the vision of you that you get so excited about and you get scared and nervous, and is that really a possibility? It's there waiting for you. It's just right there. And I say that because I've experienced this so many times, and particularly in meditation. It's the best way to explain it is that it's not this far out place that you need to arrive at one day. It's literally, I don't know how many times we've talked about that, right? It's right here. It's already right here.
just a shift in awareness and consciousness, that's all it is. And so, get rid of the belief that you're not a good decision maker. Get rid of the belief that you're a procrastinator. Stop telling yourself that, because as we talked earlier in the lessons, the more you talk about that, the more you have that inner chatter about it, the more you reinforce that belief becomes buried inside your subconscious, and now every day of your life, you're struggling and making decisions. You are a decision maker. Every decision you make with ease. All my decisions are the right ones. Start repeating those over and over and over. Write them down, keep going, keep going. Mm-hmm. So to change this, you have to change this belief. The way you can do it is start testing your ability to make your own decisions. Okay?
Yeah, if you've
Right?
struggled with making decisions, if you're just in a place in your life where your partner maybe is the main decision maker, or you are procrastinating, start by making small committed decisions to yourself and carry through with them as a way to build your
Yes.
decision-making abilities.
Right? So you make a decision, you know that success is guaranteed, and then you stay the course until it shows up in your physical world.
Yeah.
That's the difference. People give up.
People give up too soon in the process. It's
That's
just right
absolutely-
there, and then you give up too fast, and so you never get to see the results manifest.
Absolutely.
So many times that happens.
And that's what this all will teach you, is how all of it is important pieces towards realizing your full potential. Okay? So we want to say this again. We need to learn how to make our own decisions for ourselves. So we talked about this, Tara talked about this a little earlier, right? But we don't do that. We tend to have other people make decisions for us. And you may not even realize you do this, but we see it over and over again. Yeah, I really want to do this program with you guys, but I've got to go talk to my wife or my husband or my partner or my spouse before I do it.
Or in the spring, or I'm involved in
Yes.
something already, or
Yeah.
I have a financial commitment here. That's not what we're asking you to decide today. We're asking you if you really want
Yeah.
a quantum leap. Do you want it?
And
if money, time, resources, anything outside of you were not part of the equation, how badly do you want a quantum leap in your life?
Right. So as you think about it, right, you're not actually making a decision when you go, yeah, I want to do this program, but I'm going to go talk to my spouse about it and make sure that it's okay, blah, blah, blah. You're not making a decision. You're going to talk to them to get information from them. And as Tara was saying, most of those people exist at your frequency that's a little lower, or better way to say that is they're a part of your results of where you were. So what do you think the answer is going to be? It's going to be in line with where you are at that moment.
And even though they're people that you love and they think that they have your best interest at heart, they don't know what's in your soul.
That's right.
They haven't been a part of this training. They don't know that quantum leaps are even possible most of the time, right? You can't ask somebody who doesn't have the information to make a decision for you on your life. So there is a better way.
There is a better way.
Much better way to position this.
I think, and it changes. It's an energy difference, right? Instead of saying, I'd love to do it with you, but I got to go talk to my wife or my partner. It's something like this. I love this. I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to go get the support from my spouse, but I'm in.
And the reason this is so wonderful is because, as we've talked about, thoughts are energy and emotions are energy. And when you present something like that to someone who doesn't know the journey that you're on, it's received much differently. The energy is completely different. You're saying, this is important to me. I value this. I want to make changes in my life. Does that work for you right now? Rather than, so there's this thing that I want to do. What do you think? And they know nothing about it. They don't know how committed you may be to it. They don't know how much you really want it. And you're looking for them to make the decision for you.
And they are a part of the universe. They're connected to it. So at the end of the day, when you do that and you get a response, the universe delivers exactly what you're expecting, which is for them to say something that might turn you away from it, because that's your old paradigm. So if you want to get good advice, or you want to get, you really want to ask some questions, go talk to someone you admire, a mentor, a coach, someone you look up to, someone who's done what you want to do.
Even if it's just a couple of steps above where you want to be, they're the person to go to say, hey, what do you think? I'm thinking of changing my life. I want a quantum leap result in my life. What did you do? Or what do you think about that? Can guarantee you that the people who are more successful than you in whatever it is that you're doing are already doing that anyway. And the advice that they will give you and the support that they will give you is far greater than the person who's at the frequency where you were in the life where you were that you want to change. They're completely different levels of awareness.
And guaranteed it's going to be a different answer. So seek out a mentor or a coach, someone to talk to about it that way. So decision making takes courage. It's easy to not decide, to procrastinate, to sit in your comfort zone. A little harder to make a decision that's going to change your life, make you uncomfortable. All these things you think are going to be so hard. What if you just got rid of that narrative and just say, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going after it. I can feel it in my heart. I can feel it. There's this intuitive factor that we have. Something's telling me I am just going to do this.
Right, and normally that is what people would consider a risk. It's a risky decision. It's risky to make a decision quickly, right? How many people think that? Like, I should stop, I should slow down, I should get logical, I should think about this longer. We're asking you to take the biggest risk, but the risk is just to have the belief in yourself. Who doesn't want to take that risk? I'm going to take a big risk and actually believe in myself and believe that I'm worth it and believe that I can do this. There's no risk in believing in yourself. It feels risky because we're conditioned to think that we need to slow down. Oh my gosh, I'm getting too emotional about this. Wait, my rational mind's going to kick in and I'm going to talk myself out of it. And then I'm back to where I was when I was comfortable.
Very good point. So think about it. Think of that. The only risk you're taking, the only risk that you're taking is actually just believing in yourself. That's the biggest risk.
We see that every single time somebody wants to join the program. They're nervous because they're taking a risk in themselves. They're doubting themselves.
And I love the way it was said. This really isn't about taking a chance.
Yeah.
This is about giving yourself a chance. Oh, love that. Mm-hmm. Love that. So we hope, after this little discussion on this, we hope you feel empowered to make decisions. Right? We hope that you feel the power within you that we all have to be able to make a decision, right? You can see it, you can feel it, in order to do big things, right? What do you have to do? You have to be a bigger version of yourself. You have to have a bigger vision of who you are. You need to multiply yourself, not add it up. You need to multiply.
Now add a
it.
little bit more. A little bit
No.
more is overwhelming.
You need to change your thinking. You need to change your attitude, right? So we want you to make a decision, right?
We need to talk quickly about
Yeah.
what we want to offer you guys to help support you on your journey, just because we only have a few more minutes here. right?
So you must make a decision. I mean, that's what this comes down to is you must make a decision that can completely change the course of your life, right? And so these last 4 days have brought you to this place where you're ready to make a decision. You're ready to make a big decision to move into your purpose, into your God-given right to experience the most magnificent life that you can, right?
And we want to support you.
We absolutely
We want to support
do.
you in that. We
Right.
want to give you a lot of value. And so we've created an offer to help support you in a way that is going to help you see those quantum leap results very, very quickly, right?
So for those of you that think that you've got what you need now, you're going to move forward and do it on your own, we will support you completely. Stay in here, ask questions, do those things. But for those of you that want to make a committed decision to make a quantum leap, right? To get the help, the support, the facilitation of this beautiful program, then we're opening enrollment for
Yeah.
the Thinking the Results
Starting today.
program for a limited time.
Yeah.
Okay, with a few extra things. What are we?
Okay, we are. You get 12 lessons, which are life-transforming lessons that are going to aid you in taking a quantum leap. You're going to be a part of our incredible community, our private community on Facebook, where we're masterminding, and we are. You're being mentored, and you're being encouraged and helped along the way to be accountable. We're going to facilitate this process for you in a very easy-to-follow fashion, so that you feel like you're on track, that you feel like you know what you're doing, that you're learning new language. You get this program that we used to completely transform our life. We've partnered with Bob Proctor, and so you're getting 56 years of his expertise and his training in a coaching format, along with both myself and Garrett to coach you and facilitate the process along the way for you. So this is all bundled up in a package that we are going to be offering until Tuesday.
Till Tuesday next week, because here's the deal. We're talking about decisions. We're talking about the importance of making them. Acting with faith, right? So it's only available till Tuesday, because your paradigm, your own old way of thinking is, where it's keeping you right now, it's going to jump in there and it's going to say, you know what? It's going to start to make you think a little bit more. Oh, I don't know. And you're going to have to think about it, and you're going to wait till the end of time, right, to do anything about this. So this offer ends midnight on Tuesday.
Yeah, and then the extra bonus that we want to provide for all of you that have come along, and we want to reward you for being persistent and for being committed. We're including a roadmap, which is normally valued at $6,000, which guides people through your vision and your mission and what do you really want in your life vision, and then takes you on a complete journey on how to accomplish that. So this is in addition to the 12 lessons, in addition to Bob Proctor's coaching, in addition to our coaching, our community, our facilitations. Everything is recorded and online, and you get to speak with us personally. You get a one-on-one call at the beginning of your training so we can get laser focused on what it is that you're really going for. We are here to be accessible to you, and we're here to offer you a personal experience so you can connect with us directly. We do live training, so it's not just a recorded model where you're kind of registered and left to do it yourself. We're here for you every step of the way, and it's a beautiful, dynamic community that we've created with people who are seeing tremendous results. And so you get it's a 12-week system, or a 12-lesson system that lasts 6 months, but you're part of our community for 1 year.
one full year, and the experience way outperforms this explanation. It's incredible what people who are working with us talk about when they explain this. So.
I think that today part of the homework, right, is because we're aware, people are going to have to sit on this. But a great thing that we like to have people to do right now is to really get emotionally involved in that life that you want to create. What is it like when you make that quantum leap? And then implement the homework and the strategies that we've taught you this week to really be able to feel that and believe that that is possible for you.
Yes.
And we're going to connect with each of you that is in this group over the next couple of days. We're going to be booking some 15-minute phone calls just to touch base, to see how things went for you, to see what questions that you might have, how we can help support you a little bit further. So we'll be messaging each one of you individually.
There's no reason for you not to make this decision now, okay? Right now, you're going to go for your quantum leap. And listen, we paid a lot of money for our training. We paid a lot. We invested a ton in what we did. And back then, right? That's what it was. We're like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. Like, that is a lot of money. But now, from where we are now, looking back at that, it is such a tiny, tiny investment for what it created in our lives. And that's what we want to share with you. That's why we want to move this forward with you guys. So take the opportunity of all we've said, take the opportunity of this offer, because it's not going to be all this in the future.
Right. And so the results...
Because we're rewarding the decision, right?
And so when you're thinking about your life, we want you to just to remind you that we're offering you a way that's easier, that's not hard. We're offering you a way to learn about your intuition and to trust your intuition. We're offering you a way to effortlessly experience a quantum leap and to experience a spiritual enlightenment. And to be aware that you're creating for yourself, you're also co-creating with the Creator, with Source Energy, to create this life. That is a fantastically spiritual awakening experience. If that's not something that you're familiar with, that in itself is life-changing. So you're learning skills and techniques, and you're transforming your body and your mind and your soul, but you're also becoming more aware and elevating yourself to a brand new level of awareness where there are infinite possibilities and infinite opportunities that right now you can't even possibly imagine.
So tomorrow is our Q&A.
Yes.
So anybody that has any questions about anything that you've heard or that we've talked about or anything about the program, bring it tomorrow.
Or submit them.
Submit them would be nice.
If you can't attend live, submit them ahead of time and we'll answer them.
And we'll definitely answer them. We'll talk a little bit about more tomorrow, but bring your questions, because that is a day where you can kind of get a lot of those answered. So we've kept you long enough. We thank you with our deepest, sincere gratitude to have you here that joined us live. And for those that have come on this journey, we are excited to join and collaborate and correlate or co-create with you guys. So thank you for your time. And we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. To discuss more.
Have a fantastic day, everybody.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye-bye.
Garrett and Tara, bye.